been chosen to forge a new future. Let us rid the Imperium of these witches forever.
We must act. Occupy the Emperor. Eliminate Desmond Hart.
We're in a time of crisis. Protect the Sisterhood at all costs.
Now, more than ever, we need to defend our values with ferocity.
He has a power I cannot account for.
If he succeeds, humanity will backslide into self-destruction.
The High Council now welcomes Padishah, Emperor of the known universe.
We took a long time to design how we were going to approach this scene. You know, it was a big math equation. All these moments converge at the Landsrat. Richard Donnelly, my DP. He was able to light large sections of the room and then come in and get specific.
It's such a huge set, so to light all of the characters, not have any lights on the floor, was a great challenge, but I loved it.
Order!
Want order?
Let me speak of order.
There were a couple of important elements to get right. One of them was Travis's monologue, because I think we've been waiting to see what this Desmond Hart is capable of.
Oh, I was so excited about the way that it came together. Watching Travis do it was really like watching an actor mesmerize an entire room.
A Leviathan that rises from the sand. It is terrifying to experience.
It's an interesting scene because there's something of the converted preacher in terms of what he talks about his experience on Arrakis. For her, it's the show of strength that she feels is absolutely imperative at that point in time.
Once we learn that Desmond has this awesome power to be able to burn people up from the inside, it makes Carino incredibly confident and makes him realize that he has a weapon, essentially, in Desmond Hart.
Valia was hoping to use the spectacle of this attempted assassination plot. How Desmond is operating ahead of the Sisterhood or finding ways to counter Valia is part of the mystery of that character.
You know, she's not frightened, she's not recoiling as everybody else is from what's happening. She's going, he's bleeding. That means I can take his DNA and I can analyze it and find out who he is.
And that may finally answer some questions to his mysterious past.
Fortunes fade, nephew. Ousted from the palace, nowhere to go but the family she shunned.
The only thing fading, dear uncle, is your health.
Valia exists in an ethos of sacrifice. She has no problem asking other people to do it, and she will ask it of herself. To go back to the Harkonnen family, who she has not helped, she is going to do something for the greater good.
The Sisterhood would like to elevate House Harkonnen by offering you the services of a truth-sayer. There's a lot of unfinished business there. There's a lot of pain in relation to her family. So it's a very uncomfortable thing for her to do.
If you're a Harkonnen, you know that people are using you. You also know the Harkonnen ability to use others. So the fact that Valia is gifting him things is suspicious. He will know that. But it's all about who can use better.
Well, when we think of the scenes at the Harkonnen house, we think a lot of the conflict between Evgeny, who represents an all-knowing past.
You're a murderer.
And Valia.
Griffin was the only one of you who was ever my equal.
Yeah, Griffin is sort of a weak spot inside of a character who doesn't think that weak spots are useful.
Griffin went to his death because of your damned ambitions.
Emily and I talked a lot about this scene. She gets as angry and as resentful as we've ever seen her.
I will not apologize for what I did, and I will not apologize for my strength!
And then little by little, she starts to think about, what if I withheld this oxygen and let him die?
I think when Theo witnesses the depth of Valia's pain, she becomes willing to give her the gift of using her skill and offering a kind of emotional catharsis that Valia could have no other way.
If you're willing to make the sacrifice,
so will I.
Theo is an experiment, an early day experiment by the Taloxan. She's able to kind of change, shapeshift into other people. That power is extremely painful.
It's horrific, actually. It's not a kind of enjoyable experience, which is partly why Theo doesn't want to do it.
For Theo to do it for anyone shows you how much Valia means to her.
Did I push you too far? Everyone makes their own choices, including me.